watching. Teen murders his crush and pretends to be concerned. Holy shit. Let's get right started.
The welcomed 13-year-old Aaron Schmidt into their family with open arms when they moved into the neighborhood in 2011. The Callahans welcomed 13-year-old Aaron Schmidt into their family with open arms when they moved into the neighborhood.
Bro, he looks like a menace. He already looks like a menace.
In 2011, to an abused child like Aaron, they were everything the perfect family should be. Needless to say, he was confused, hurt, and devastated when the once cozy relationship soured. The Callahans all thought the marriage would eventually blow over. But to their horror, Aaron took his frustrations out on his former sweetheart, 13-year-old Alana Callahan.
Say what?
And to their surprise, he never showed a shred of remorse for committing a baffling and horrific crime.
From the moment that Mr. Schmidt set his plan in motion, to the end of that day where they had all the interviews and the investigation, he never showed emotion.
Before we begin, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the Callahan family for their loss.
R.I.P.
If you ever want to know why,
bro, that's crazy. What do y'all think he did?
Why I block ads with pie.
I just found what may be the biggest YouTube.
Lacey Aaron Schmidt was born in the summer of 1996. As hard as it is to hear, he and his 3 siblings were all products of non-consensual encounters between an adult father and an underage mother. Unsurprisingly, their lives were chaotic and abusive from the very beginning. The children were eventually taken from their mother's custody when Aaron was 5 because she was an abusive drug addict. The intervention might have set their lives on a better course, but in a cruel twist of fate, they were placed with an abusive older half-sister who lived in Columbia County, Georgia, about 20 miles or 32 kilometers west of Augusta. Apparently, neither
Augusta National!
nor anyone else on that side of the family wanted to have anything to do with Aaron and his siblings.
Yeah.
As far as they were concerned, they were just annoying reminders of the dysfunctional family they all tried so hard to get away from. Growing up, Aaron kept to himself and spent as much time out of the home as possible. However, things took an unexpected turn for the better when he was walking through the woods in the spring of 2010. That afternoon, he came across a domestic scene that was like something out of a fairy tale. Paul and Betty Jo Callahan and their 5 kids were all painting the house they were about to move into down the road from where Aaron lived. He asked if he could help. Before long, he was like one of the family. The Callahans moved in shortly thereafter. Aaron became such a permanent fixture at their house that he regularly helped out with chores and other yard work. He even ate dinner there a few nights a week. Being part of the Callahan family was like a little slice of heaven, and Aaron eventually became smitten with 13-year-old Alana. She was a bright and bubbly girl who loved being outside, riding 4-wheelers and hanging out with her family and friends. She took her faith seriously. In her free time, she participated in a number of Baptist youth groups.
What the fuck is
Aaron
Baptist?
and Alana eventually became boyfriend and girlfriend. It was probably a classic case of puppy love, but Alana dutifully ended the relationship 3 days later when her youth pastor advised her that it wasn't appropriate for a girl her age. It's unclear how the breakup affected Aaron. After all, he generally kept his emotions to himself. He and Alana were still good friends, but below the surface, it was another bitter disappointment for the lonely young man with the troubled past. Then, in early 2011, the once homey and fulfilling relationship with Alana's parents took a turn for the worse. The rift stemmed from an incident in which Alana and her mom, Billy Jo, came home one afternoon and found Aaron alone in the house. He claimed that the door was unlocked and that he let himself in because he knew they would be home soon anyway. That said, Alana's mother didn't buy the story. She knew the doors were locked, always, when no one was home. Afterward, she told Aaron that he wasn't allowed in the house unless she, her husband, or Alana's older sister were there. She also prohibited him from coming over before 5 p.m. on weekdays. And finally, She banned him from the home entirely for 2 weeks.
Oh!
All things considered, the punishment wasn't that unreasonable. She just wanted Aaron to know that there were certain boundaries that just couldn't be crossed. But for him, being banished from the only place he found peace, comfort, and acceptance was downright unacceptable. Aaron and Alana were both 14 years old by early 2011. However, he was a freshman in high school while she was still in the 8th grade at Harlem Middle School. As such, he got out of school earlier than she did every day. The afternoon of Monday, January the 31st, 2011 was a cold and rainy East Central Georgia day.
Dude, this
like
is
she
getting
always
juicy.
did during inclement weather, Alana's
Who the
sister
fuck is
Amanda
that?
drove to the end of their long driveway to pick her up when the bus dropped her off after school. The trip took about 90 seconds each way. Amanda beat the bus by a few minutes, but later Aaron appeared at her window and told her that he wasn't allowed in their home for 2 weeks. Then he walked off with his head down. The encounter was a little bizarre. Amanda already knew that Aaron was bummed about his punishment. Even so, she figured he'd eventually perk back up after the banishment and that things would go back to normal when that 2-week period was up. Then, at about 3:32 p.m., school bus driver Cheryl Lowe brought the bus to a stop on Miles Road right in front of the Callahan driveway. Moments later, Alana stepped out and climbed into the pickup truck with her older sister Amanda. Amanda turned around and began backing up the driveway to the house as Miss Lowe pulled away and drove to the next stop. On the way, Miss Lowe saw a young man walking up the road with a hoodie over his head and his hands in his pocket. She immediately knew that it was Aaron because she was his bus driver when he was in middle school. Back at the Callahan home, Alana sat down at the dining room table and logged into Facebook to download some pictures that she wanted to post. At about 3:50 p.m., Amanda told her that she was going to drive back down the driveway to pick up their 9-year-old brother Chase when the elementary school bus dropped him off. Amanda was only gone about 10 minutes, but she and Chase saw Aaron's shoes on the mat in the foyer when they got back. This wasn't anything too much out of the ordinary because the Callahans had a rule that everyone had to take off their shoes before going inside. But again, Aaron wasn't supposed to be there in the first place.
Oh shit, I
She
forgot
knew
about
her
that.
mother wouldn't be happy when she came home and found out that Aaron had disregarded the punishment. But shortly thereafter, she and Chase found something suspicious when they walked to the back of the house.
Oh,
The
shit.
chair in which Alana had been sitting was tipped over backwards. Worse yet, the floor was covered in a red liquid that initially looked like ketchup or Kool-Aid.
Bro,
Amanda
not
had
bro,
no idea what
bro, the little brother seen this? Oh nah, he's gonna be traumatized, bro. He's gonna be the next Dexter, bro. Fuck, bro.
had happened or where her sister was. She and Chase could not find her anywhere. Worse yet, she never answered when they called out her name. Then, Aaron burst through the door in a frantic state as Amanda was struggling to make sense of the odd and disturbing scene. He said someone took Alana and he didn't know what to do. Now, with an apparent home invasion and kidnapping on their hands, Amanda Callahan grabbed Chase and Aaron and rushed outside to look for her sister. Amanda told them to stay close by because, as far as she knew, the person who had abducted Alana might still be in the area.
Bro, no one
She and
abducted her,
Chase
bro.
began walking away from the back
Are
of
y'all
the
dead
house,
ass?
but Aaron veered off to the right, pointing his fingers towards the base of a tree. He then yelled out that he had found her. Amanda wasn't sure how he saw her from where he was standing, but when they got to Alana, she was unconscious, covered in blood, and had a gaping wound to the bottom of her face near her chin. According to Amanda, Aaron reached down and pulled a twig out of Alana's hair. Then he apparently became even more frantic and said the police were going to think that he killed her because his prints would be on her body. In hindsight, Aaron's behavior was definitely suspicious,
Yo, is he
but at the
retarded?
time, Amanda was entirely
already fucked,
focused
buddy. You
on
did it.
getting Alana the help she so desperately needed. She
Bro.
attempted CPR, but Alana's mouth was so
Bro,
full
he's
of blood that
cooked.
she couldn't get oxygen into her lungs. Then she did the only thing left to do.
Yo, he's
She
actually
called
cooked.
911.
Fuck. No, man.
Tony K 911, where's your emergency? Ma'am, you have to take a deep breath for me and tell me what happened. Don't touch her! I went to go to my little brother from the driveway. I come back and there's red stuff all over my front yard, and I found her in the woods. You found who in the woods? My sister. Okay. What happened to her? I don't know. She was on Facebook, and I'm in here shouting, looking, and she was jumping around, covered in blood. Did someone...
Yo!
Did I try to kill her? Are they there now? Oh, no, they took off.
Is he sitting there listening to this now? Is this like a video of him listening to it?
How old is she? 14. Is
Yo!
she talking to you? No, she's not.
Bro, no, she's not talking. She's dead, motherfucker. Bro, hot take here. Dumb ass fuck. Yo, I hate all 911 dispatchers, bro. They're all fucking retarded. God damn, bro. It's not even a hot take. That's just a fucking truth, bro.
And what's her name? Alana. A-L-A-N-A. Alana, can you hear me? Alana, move your fingers. Does it look like... Do you know
Bro, this
what
lawyer
she
is
was
looking like,
with,
yep,
or
I lost
was
the
it-
case. Yep, I'm fucked. That's how she's looking right now. She still got paid, though. It don't matter.
There's a hole in her chin? Yes. Do you know who the people were? No, I don't know.
Amanda spoke with dispatcher Rachel Huffman for what seemed like an eternity. When she finally was too exhausted to say another word, Aaron picked up the phone.
Sir, yes. She's got moving. She's got blood coming out of her back and head.
Bro, look at him. Look at him. His head's down and shit.
Look like what? It looks like a bullet hole mark. A bullet hole? Sir, did you see anybody? You didn't see anybody? Well, I'm a restriction because I'm their neighbor. Because my house is right back behind the house. Okay, you didn't see anybody leave the wooded area or anything? Well, I would come down the road to go to talk to Amanda because of our restriction. And I came down the road on Main Street. And I saw someone running across to my road, to my driveway. So I'm going to follow him.
Oh, he's lying. Oh, he's lying.
Look, I see the chin.
Oh, he's lying.
The back door is open. I see someone watch out the back door.
It's not a good lie, bro. This is ass, bro. This is shit.
Okay, you didn't see anybody else? No. Did you hear anything or a car or anything? No. All I saw was a man leave. What did he look like? He was all dressed in black.
Oh, really? Really?
Was he white or black? He was black.
Oh, and he was black. Yo. Wow. Okay. We see how
Police
you run.
officers and
We see
canine
how you
units
is.
arrived at the Callahan residence just a few minutes later. They attended to Alana as best they could, and they also made sure the house was secure before searching the Callahan's property. However, they never found the African-American man that Aaron said he saw running away
Exactly.
from home into the woods. Investigator James Edmonds arrived on the scene shortly thereafter. At that point, all he and the officers could do was wait for the ambulance with Amanda, Chase, and Aaron. Amanda and Chase were absolutely inconsolable from the very beginning. After all,
The fuck does that
Alana
mean?
was clearly in very bad shape. In fact, it looked like she might already be dead. But despite the harrowing and heartbreaking
look like a fucking
situation,
killer. Look at
Aaron
him.
wasn't displaying the slightest bit of emotion. Investigator James Edmonds noticed that he was acting strangely and that he kept looking around. And even more suspiciously, he broke into painfully fake bouts of crying whenever he saw someone looking in his direction. Tragically,
Damn.
Alana was pronounced dead at the scene. Officers recovered a bullet and shell casing from the dining room floor, and after Alana was taken away, they transported Amanda and Aaron to the Criminal Investigation Division headquarters for questioning. Some of Amanda's story didn't add up in the early going, but investigator Edmonds eventually figured out why. She said that she was away from home for about 10 minutes. she could only tell him what Aaron told her about the incident up to the point where she and Chase got back. But after that, her version of events never wavered.
Wait, who the fuck is
That
this?
said, Aaron changed his story more than 24 times.
Your sister, Miss Chitty, is here. And, Diana Chitty? Diana Chitty, yeah, she's here. We talked to her and she knows you're here. And I just want you to know that she is up here and we have talked to her and let her know that we're going to be talking to you, which she pretty well knew that was coming, okay? First things first. Tell me what you know happened. I mean, start from the very beginning.
Let's start. Let's hear it.
I went out to the road because I know Amanda comes down to pick her up when it's raining. It was a little bit rainy earlier. Well, I went up to the road and told Amanda that I won't be able to come for 2 weeks because I got a restriction. 2 weeks. And I told her everything, and I was going back down to the house. And there's like a little gate right there, but there's a cable hanging there. But I saw somebody run across it, and there was hardtailing it. So my uncle don't like no one on land, and I had to get him off because, you know, in the past there's people trying to start fires and stuff like that. Or try to plant something that don't need to be there. Well, I went to go try to go see where he went. I was looking around. I went to go see if Amanda knew where he went. If she seen him or anything. But when I went to go she had to go follow her. She was already halfway down the road with the truck to go pick up little Chase from the bus. Because, and when I went down, I said, I can't catch up with her in that truck. And I just stopped, and I went to go turn around to go back to the house. When I turned around, I saw somebody kind of tallish, because you know how far distant it looks like somebody's taller up there. It's up higher. Like on that back porch. Well, he was dressed in grayish, blackish pants, black boots, and a black jacket on, and a black beanie on.
Oh, he was rocking all black. No way.
And he saw me and looked at me and ran.
No
He
way.
was white. He was a white man.
Oh, he was white now. On the phone, you said he was a black man. And now he's white? Ooh, caught him there. Yo, give me behind there, boys. Y'all want crimes? Y'all want the crimes to stop? You need G Money to start calling. Purple Aki, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm Blues Clues, cuz. Just calling out.
So I went to go see if anything was gone or missing, because you know how somebody tried to break in and go run away. I seen the chair knocked over, and I saw a bunch of reddish looking stuff. I thought it was Kool-Aid myself, because Amanda kept on saying it was Kool-Aid, and I said it didn't look like Kool-Aid. Okay. I went and looked out the back door, and I saw some, like drag marks. Now, I seen that, and I saw a bunch of more red stuff, and I figured out that when Amanda came up, that Ronald was missing. And so I went out and started helping Amanda look for her.
Bro, you believe in this, boys?
I found Alana out on the side of that road. You know, weren't you there? Was you there?
At the scene?
Yeah.
I mean, afterwards, yeah, I came up.
Where she was
Who is that lady, bro? Who they keep showing?
And I got Amanda, and I got sick on my stomach. I didn't know what to do. I just grabbed the phone from her, and I was talking to some person talking about CPR, fresh on the middle of her chest, 3 times and blow. And nothing was happening. I kept on telling them there's nothing happening. Except there's just a bunch of blood running out of her mouth. And that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, his story don't fucking match, buddy.
When you came up initially, when you first came up,
Yes, sir.
how did you come up to the house? To Alana Lynn's house, not the
I
Amanda's
just
house?
walked right up in their backyard because I go to their house frequently because we negotiate like the family, because I have to go there every day on a daily basis if I'm in trouble. Well, I just walked up and I didn't notice anything wrong because usually the front door is always open. But the back door, it was wide open. That's what I kind of thought was strange.
Okay.
And I went out and tried to follow and run after Amanda and try to wave at her stop. But I couldn't get her attention. So I went back and went up to the house to see if Alana was still there.
Oh, hold on just a second. You said you came up from the trail. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you're talking about that trail that you said leads. I mean, where does the trail lead? I mean, where are you coming from?
You know where the white pickup truck is sitting at?
Yeah.
Well, right there, that trail that leads all the way back there to a little gate that leads in right in front of my house. That's where I seen that person running through there.
Okay. So you were coming from your house.
From the top of the road to talk to Amanda. Picking up Alana from the middle school bus.
What?
I thought you just said you came from your house.
Yeah, what's he saying, bro? Yo, they just caught him in a lie. They just caught him in a lie. Oh,
So the trail
no.
you were coming up that way, and that's when you saw the back door all open.
No, I was coming up.
On which side of the house?
On the back side of the house. One corner.
I thought the main road.
Yeah,
in the
you
front
see
of the
the front of the house, but when you keep on going down a little bit further, you can see part of the back of the sides, the back
How
door.
far away from the house would you say that was?
Like a good far ways, because all I seen was the black person. Blackish.
Oh, now it's black. Now it's black. Bro, look, blackish, but I saw a white face. What the fuck does that mean, bro? What the fuck does that mean, bro? Just stay here and shut the fuck up, bro.
But I saw a white face.
You saw a black person or a white person?
I want to say black, but it's not, because he's all dressed in black. But you can see his face, he's white.
And this is the same person who
Jumped over the gate.
jumped over the fence
Yo!
and came towards your house for a guy there that you followed.
Yes,
How far in there did you follow?
I
Wow.
lost his trails, and I started looking all the way around down there. You know,
Yeah, real rap. How long did you follow him, bro? How long did you follow him, bro?
Everything, but it's not. You don't. Well, if you keep on going down there, I was looking around in that field area, see if he was hiding around in there, but I didn't see him. So
instead of just coming on up to the trail to the Callahan's house, what did you do?
I was looking around, see if he went down to there's a creek down. If he kept on going down that way.
Aaron was arrested and taken into custody later that night. The following day, his guardian gave investigators permission to search their home. They immediately found an iPod, an MP3 player, and a digital camera that had been taken from the Callahan home. Based on the timeline they had already established, these items couldn't have been taken the day Alana was killed. This proved that Aaron had been in the Callahan home alone on more than one occasion. Investigators still didn't have the gun, but it was later found in the woods behind the Callahan home about 12 hours later. Unsurprisingly,
shit!
ballistic test proved that it had fired the shot that killed Alana. Technicians also determined that it took nearly 13 pounds of pressure to depress the trigger and fire the weapon. This was a big red flag because it was more pressure than Aaron could have possibly applied if he just brushed.
What do you mean? Couldn't he shot with, like, both his hands? And put pressure?
Is that what you really...
the trigger while trying to unload the gun as he had claimed. Aaron's 15-year-old friend and cousin, Thomas Pittman, immediately suspected that he killed Alana when he heard about her death. According to Thomas, Aaron had told him that Alana's father kept a number of guns in the master bedroom. He also said that Aaron was mischievous and that he liked to take things that didn't belong to him.
Oh, shit!
Aaron was indicted in March of 2011 and charged with murder, theft, and using a firearm in the commission of a crime. He pled not guilty to each of the charges. With Superior Court Judge Michael Annis presiding, his trial finally got underway on Monday, February the 6th, 2012, 13 months after Alana's tragic death. Her
Shit,
heartbroken
boys.
family looked on as
They got the
District
court
Attorney
case in this,
Natalie
John?
Payne delivered the prosecution's opening statement.
This is Alana Mae Callahan. She was 14 years old and she was murdered. She was murdered on January 31st, 2011.
Look at that kid's fucking lawyer. She just looks at you.
In the trial, I'm here
She's fucked.
to speak with you about what I intend the evidence to show. And in this case, I intend for the evidence to show you that what occurred on January 31st, 2011 was nothing short than cold-blooded, premeditated murder.
Oh, shit!
His story begins to change. It changes about 27 times.
Damn!
At first, it's this man running through the woods that he sees, and he goes up to the Callahan home just to see if they've seen him. And then he changes the story again and says that it's actually a black man running through the woods. He can't decide what they're wearing, what color they are. He blames it on an individual up the road that he doesn't know the name of. It was this guy. He plays with automatic weapons all the time in his front yard. Never mind, it's not that guy, it's this guy, David Mathis, who lives down the street. For about an hour and a half to 2 hours, he tells these investigators story after story after story. He's constantly changing his story to mold to the facts. The investigators at first are trying to figure out if he is just not recalling everything, if he's shaken up. They aren't sure why he's having such a disconnect. And then it becomes obvious, because the truth never changes. You don't have a reason to make up a lie if the truth is better.
Next, defense attorney Penelope Donkar addressed the court.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was a tragedy. This was a tragedy where a 14-year-old girl lost her.
Bro, she knows. She doesn't even know what the fuck to say because she knows she's cooked. She's like, oh, fuck. Why am I defending a fucking idiot?
For life. But this is not a cold-blooded murder.
She had to really pause for a second because she knows it's a cold-blooded fucking murder. She knows. She knows it's a cold-blooded murder.
Seriously traumatized.
Look at him, bro. Look at him. This is a fucking menace.
14-year-old little boy snapping. Throughout this morning, this trial, you're going to hear evidence about Aaron's life growing up. A man, his stepdaughter, they had 4 kids together. She was underage. Aaron's the third of those 4 children. Before he was 5, his mother was extensively doing drugs, physically, emotionally, and sexually abused Aaron. He was taken away by DFACS when he was 5 and placed with his half-sister.
Bro, why every time someone kills someone and like a teenager or someone or something, bro, like that, and they have like abusive something in the past, bro, you automatically like blame it on that, bro. Nah, bro. They chose to kill the person, bro. Like what?
Significantly older.
Fuck the trauma.
Due to
fucking
the
man up,
relationship
pussy.
between his father and his mother. And
it's 2025, bro.
You'll hear
man the fuck up
from his relatives who are testifying on behalf. We will testify on behalf of the state that he wasn't even accepted into that family. There was still some tension. He was a reminder among the family of the dirty little family secret of. When the Callahans moved in next door or across the woods, what you'll hear, and Ms. Payne spoke about this, Aaron essentially fell in love, not with Alana, with the Callahans. He would come over every day, help out with the yard work with Mr. Callahan. He loved them. He was finally accepted. That was the first time anyone took an interest in what Aaron was doing. Aaron loved to work. And so he would come over and he would help out. He was helping out with their house as they were putting their house together. He loved this family. This is not a family that he would ever have really premeditated and done any harm to.
Well, he did. He fucking did.
When they got rid of cheats. We're bringing
y'all boys think he did?
Gives you
because
I'm spamming. He did.
Called Alana's mother and father to the stand early in the trial.
At any point while you resided at 1159 Miles Road, did you ever come in contact with anyone by the name of Lacey Aaron Schmidt?
Yes, ma'am.
And when did that first occur?
When we were painting the house, he come through the woods on a path to the house.
Do you remember what month that would have been?
It was like the first month that we had the house.
Okay.
So I guess in April.
I hate this fucking woman. She's a
the
cunt.
Relationship between your family and Lacey Aaron Schmidt?
Aaron became friends with Alana and the boys, and at one point they had wanted to be girlfriend and boyfriend, but Alana had talked to her youth pastor and was told that she was too young.
Okay, so when did they stop being boyfriend and girlfriend?
Like 3 days after it happened.
Okay. And so with this, do you know what year this was?
2010.
Okay. And after they were no longer boyfriend and girlfriend, did he continue a relationship with your family?
Yes, he came over every day.
It's okay. If you need a minute, it's okay.
He ate dinner at our table. I treated him like he was one of my own kids. We bought him birthday presents and we bought him Christmas presents. And we even took him on family trips with us.
Damn.
Were there any restrictions on
He was
when
living
Aaron was
lavish.
allowed to be at your home?
He was
He
living
wasn't supposed to be at the
lavish.
house unless me or my husband was there.
Okay, and when did that rule come into play?
The Wednesday before Lana was killed.
Okay.
Not that
And
week.
what happened on that day that resulted in this rule coming about?
I had a doctor's appointment. I had a procedure done at Eisenhower. We were running like 5 minutes late before we got home, and Alana had already made it down the driveway into the house. When she got there, the door was already open and everything, and Aaron was in the house.
Okay. After January 31st, 2011, did you come to find anything missing from your home?
Yes, my camera was missing. I have jewelry that was missing. The chargers are still missing for the MP3 players and the
Oh, the shit that's on
camera.
all the shit that was at his cribby. Oh, yo, this bull's cooked. Yo, he's cooked, boys. Yo, chat, spit my I'm cooked in the chat. Spit my I'm cooked in the chat.
Okay, were any of these items ever located?
Yes, we were told that the detectives found them in Aaron's house.
Sir, I'm showing you what's been previously marked as State's Exhibit 224. I just ask you to open that and tell me if you identify the contents of that box.
One handgun with one magazine.
Okay, and do you
Why are you
recognize
showing
that
him
handgun?
that?
And how do you recognize it?
It's mine. It's just black handle and chrome plated, silver plated looking.
Wait, so he took the dad's gun out of his. Oh, yo, this bull
So you
saucy.
recognize that
This
firearm
bull
to be
saucy,
yours?
retarded, and an idiot. In the one. You know what that makes you? A menace.
And when was the last time you saw
Look
this
at him, look
weapon
at him.
prior to being in court today? Or
Saturday before, which would have been the 22nd of January.
did you ever allow Aaron Schmidt to fire that weapon?
When I fired, he was never there to fire it.
Okay. Did you ever have the occasion to put the weapon up in his presence?
No.
To your knowledge, is there any way he would know where you keep that firearm?
I just cyber
And where
shit
did
like
you
that.
keep that firearm?
It was in the on top of my far left dresser, under some hats, in a black case.
In a black case?
Yes.
Want to know the secret to organizing your business? HoneyBook. HoneyBook makes proposals, contracts, and payments.
When it was her turn to take the stand, Amanda Callahan calmly recounted the events leading up to her sister's untimely death.
At what point do you come in contact with Aaron?
When I was closing the back sliding door, he had come in the front.
Okay, and did you notice anything out of place around the computer?
Yes.
What was out of place?
The computer chair had been knocked over, and there was stuff all over the carpet.
Okay, and did you know what that was?
Not at the moment, no ma'am.
Okay, what, if anything, well, let me ask you this. Did you come to find out what it was?
Yes, ma'am.
What was it?
It was Alana's blood.
Okay. And...
Bro, why are you sitting there making her say that, bro? Like, she better bust down in tears right now. Fuck this fucking lawyer, bro.
What, if anything, did...
Bro, rest in peace, bro. Like, I shout out to the family, bro. I hope, like, they're doing good now. It's fucking, what, 10 years, 15 years later? 15 years later? Fuck, bro. It's definitely sad, but I hope they're doing good now. You feel me?
Did the defendant say to you when he came through the front door?
He had said, "Oh my God, someone took Alana, and I don't know what to do."
Okay. Did he indicate whether or not he had actually seen this person?
He had told me he had saw someone running through the woods.
Okay. And did you see anyone running through the woods?
No, ma'am.
What happens after that, after he tells you that?
We all left out the front door. After he slid his shoes back on, we ran out the front door to go try to find Alana.
Okay. And what direction did you go in?
The backyard.
Okay. Were you on foot?
No, ma'am.
And how were you back there?
I was in the pickup truck.
Okay. And who got to the backyard first?
Aaron.
And once you come back around to the back of your home, which direction did he go in?
He was off to the right in the woods.
To the what direction?
Off to the right.
Okay. And what happened after that?
He had told me he saw Alana's body, and I'd asked him where. He pointed into the direction which he saw her, and we all ran over to where she was.
Okay. And at any point during the conversation that you have with Investigator Evans, do you have any thoughts in your mind that the defendant was actually responsible?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did you think at that point that he was capable of doing something like that?
No, ma'am.
All right.
Basically, she's saying you're a little bitch.
Near the
That's
end of her
basically what she's
testimony,
saying.
Amanda made a statement that showed how close she and her family had once been to Aaron.
Is January 31st, 2011 significant to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And why is that date significant to you?
I lost my sister and a brother.
Okay.
Investigator James Edmonds' testimony was another
this
integral
lawyer, bro. Why
part
should
of
he say
the
that?
prosecution's case against Aaron.
And what, if anything, did you observe upon your initial approach to the residence?
When I first arrived, I spoke to Deputy Lloyd, who was coming up from the left side of the residence. I was out in front and to the left of the house talking to him. I observed Amanda Callahan. She was on the porch of the residence. She was on the cell phone at the time. She was very distraught, crying. I don't know who she was talking to on the phone at the time. Her little brother Chase was there with her. I observed Aaron Schmidt at the bottom of the stairs in front of the home. As I was talking to Deputy Lloyd, I was looking around, I was watching, and he was explaining to me who they were as well, that it was Amanda Callahan and the brother and Aaron. As I watched Aaron, while we were talking, he would start to cry, and then he would stop, and then he would look around. And then when he would see somebody, he would start crying again. He did this several times while I was standing there.
Nobody knew how long the jury would be out when they were excused to deliberate on Thursday, February the 9th. But from the defense's standpoint, the longer they took, the better it was for them. Lengthy deliberations can indicate dissension among jurors, but in Aaron's case, they needed just 4 hours to reach a unanimous verdict.
Yes, sir.
Please rise.
In the Superior Court of Columbia County, Georgia, in the case of the State of Georgia versus Lacey Aaron Schmidt, case number 2011 CR 0436, as to count 1, we, the jury, find the defendant, Lacey Aaron Schmidt, guilty of malice murder.
True to form, Aaron didn't show any emotion when he found out he was going to spend the rest of his life in prison. Years later, new attorneys hired on Aaron's behalf petitioned the court for a new trial on the grounds that his former attorney, Miss Donkar, failed to provide an effective defense. Nonetheless, Judge Ennis ultimately denied the request. As it stands now, Aaron will probably die in the Macon State Prison, where he is currently incarcerated.
Oh, he's in jail his whole life. Way to go, boys. Yo, what's this next one? Teen gets dumped by a girl. Bro, I don't know. I'm finna watch another video, react to the boys. I'm excited for the next one. Woo!